Hi, Ryan. Sorry that I missed you at your conference today, your scheduled conference today. I know people have been really busy. Um, so instead of trying to reschedule right now, I thought maybe it might be a good idea for me to go over what I have been seeing in your essay to help you as you're going through and editing and making changes. If you would like to set up a time for us to meet once you do make some changes and make some edits and some revisions, then maybe we can meet again. Just send me a message, a message in Canvas, and we'll set up a time. So after this week even. So just let's not worry about it too much, but as you're working on this and progressing through it, I think it would be a good idea for us to talk face to face again. So I think you've got to start. But as you know, we're looking through here. There's a couple of things we want to try to focus on. So I'm trying to look at your works cited here. Our goal is for you to find some more sources and also to structure your essay in such a way that we really are focusing on right here that you need to make a point in relation to freedom of expression and or access to information. So as I read through your draft, I noticed it seemed to me these bullet points right here come directly from the essay assignment sheet, and it looks to me like this appears to be what you want to focus on. So what you need to make sure that you do is that you need to make your point in your thesis statement around this question. So in essence, you need to answer this question over here in your thesis. Right now, you've given us some information, which I think is good, and you have the start right here of a really general thesis, but I would love you to try to narrow that down a little bit more into answering that question right here. And hopefully what I'm going to talk about next might help you frame how you might want to word that. So one of the things that you might want to think about, we kind of talked about that with your introduction. You have some really good information in regard to the coronavirus. So maybe you could take that information and condense it into one paragraph, just telling the reader a little bit about what is the coronavirus and what's been going on over the past, I don't know, what do you want to say, 30 days in regard to the virus and the response to the virus. Briefly, nothing real long. But again, use your sources, and you should have at least 2 sources there. Okay? And then what you want to do, and again, this is just an example, right? And this is based on a lot of the discussions that I've been having with other students who are focusing on that same bullet point. But always remembering in each of these body paragraphs, you want to make sure that you have at least 2 sources that are going to corroborate the point that you're making. So for example, for maybe the first one, you could talk about fake news. You mentioned that kind of toward the end down here about false media and information. That really is the bulk of what you want to be talking about here, and we want to break that down into subtopics. So maybe your first body paragraph is saying fake news, what is it and where is it? How widespread is it? And what is your point? That fake news is everywhere? So you could search coronavirus in the advanced search. For the first term could be coronavirus, and then the next one with it could be fake news in quotes. That might help you find some information about that. And then think about maybe another paragraph on what are the effects of that on countries? How has China, what is their false, misleading information done in regard to other countries' decisions? What are some other countries that maybe you can focus on besides China? One or the other. And again, you need 2 sources. The next one is looking at what's the effect of fake news on individuals. Have individuals come to harm using fake news? I'm going to go online right now really quickly and find, I don't know if you've heard this, about this Tucson couple. Boy, it's really hard for me to type. I'm moving this. Sorry. There we go. About this Tucson couple who died after hearing about chloroquine. They found that they had some on hand that was used to clean out aquarium fish tanks. So they ingested it, which, oh my gosh, you should never do. And the gentleman died, and the woman is in intensive care. Those are just an example of how, and it's not necessarily fake news as much as it's misleading news that can cause people to panic. So we need to be aware of that. I'm going to put that information right there for you. And then body number 4, think about how to spot fake news. You know, what can we do as consumers to keep ourselves in the know and make sure that we have information that is truthful and critical to our well-being? And again, if you just type in coronavirus and fake news, you are going to find tips on that. Another one is coronavirus plus social media. That might find some information as well. I'm going to put that in there. Coronavirus plus social media, and see what you find there, Ryan. And then conclusion, think about it on a personal level. How has this knowledge about misinformation helped form the way you look at information now? How has this shaped you as a consumer? And then what's your overall ask of the public in general, right? What are you entreating people to do? So I hope that's helping you think about how you might want to outline this. Again, you don't have to use this exactly, but just to get your wheels turning to think about. Okay? I'm going to send this to you, and I'm also going to send these comments to you via Canvas messaging. Take care. And again, sign up for a conference or just send me a message so we can find a time to meet. It doesn't have to be this week. It can be early next week once you have done more revisions. Take care, Ryan. Bye-bye.